Hi guys, I got Eddie with me. It is day number 3 and it is time to give you guys an update, get you guys a game plan, and talk a little bit about what training is going to be like and how that's going to help us in real life. Yes, I'm actually going to sit and then we're going to talk. And meanwhile, you just join us in our interactions. Okay. It's going to be a long video, so there's your warning. Yes. Wow, super, buddy. Look at that. Good job, boy. I'm going to double check my camera, make sure I'm in frame. Everything is good. All right. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Where are we at, buddy? This is Eddie. I've gotten to know Eddie quite well the last few days. And Eddie is a personality, that's for sure. And he's pushy, he's cute, he's clever, and he can be loud sometimes, right? So, but overall, man, he's a very cool dog. I really have been enjoying my time with him. And a sweetheart, a cuddler, right? So, Mr. Eddie needs to learn, there has to be some changes in his behavior, right? That's why he's here. So what I want to talk to you guys about today is how proper communications, like we have to build a communication channel so he understands when I'm telling him good stuff and when I'm telling him not so good stuff, right? He has to understand, hey, you're doing a good job, or hey, I don't necessarily want you to do that. Like, let's say when he sees me, he wants to jump. So like, I'm happy you're excited to see me, but I don't want you to jump, right? So there's gotta be some moments where I can communicate, this behavior is not so good. Let's try to adjust it, right? And I'm being careful with my word choice because it's gonna matter. It's not so much that I'm punishing him for doing the jumping. I just wanna channel his excitement towards a more productive and positive behavior, okay? So we have to establish a system of communication. And then what that's gonna allow us to do with Eddie, and you're kind of seeing a little piece of it, and we've been working on this a little bit the last few days, just for fun, is through proper communication, you can help a dog develop skills. And the skills will be what we call commands, right? So he'll know that when you ask him to do certain things, that's a skill he possesses, and he's gonna try his best to accomplish it. And if he has a problem accomplishing it or he's confused, then we use our communication system that we establish to help him arrive at the proper result, right? Now, part of the skills, developing the skill set, is he's gonna learn a lot of impulse control through those situations, right? So in those behaviors that we don't want, like the jumping or when the kids are around or he gets triggered and he wants to be defensive, these are really high stakes emotional things. So like it requires a great deal of emotional control, right? It's impulse control. So as we develop the skills, what we're helping him do is practice his impulse control, right? Like practice having thoughts instead of emotions and that he's acting out on, right? Over time, through communicating and perfecting these skills, what we arrive at is, for example, in the jumping thing, we can channel that jumping away into the sitting behavior. And through communication, we tell him if he sits every time, we can reward that. If he jumps, we can correct that. And he'll understand, the ideal behavior here is to sit. So over a period of time of doing proper communication, skill building, what you arrive at is permanently changed behaviors, right? Like, for example, he gets jumpy, but instead, after a course of time through training, he's gonna say, I know, I just go and sit right away, So, or when the kids are over, instead of me deciding what to do, where to go to hide, where to go to lay down, it's gonna be up to mom and I to work together to decide, or dad and I to work together to decide what's the best course of action for me and how can I be managed in those scenarios. So then he can be at a go place away from the kids. So the kids are free to jump on the couch and do whatever they want to do. He's still part of the family and still can be hanging out, but he doesn't have to be underneath somebody or anybody else. Now there's going to be a lot of talk about the Go Place, so we'll get into that. But mainly I just wanted to open up and talk about that, right? So we're going to develop a communication system. I'm going to show you a little bit of this as I demo and I work with him here in a second. We're going to work on a communication system that's going to allow us to build skills, which are the commands. And those commands, practicing that day in and out in different scenarios, is going to help us make permanently adjusted behaviors. Okay, guys? So as we develop this dog, right now I'm in building communication, right? Over the last few days, we've just been hanging out and chilling and getting to know one another, but secretly I've been building a little bit of communication system with him, right? So part of any communication system with a dog involves knowing what makes them feel rewarded. So for Mr. Eddie, he loves pets. He is like, you give him some pets and he is happy, you know? But he's not the hugest food drive dog. I love this dog. He's not the hugest food drive dog, but when you get him excited and he's having a good time, he'll take food as a bonus reward, right? So for me, his reward system is going to be petting and access to food, okay? Now, what we have to show a dog, part of the reward system, is what indicates that you're about to receive a reward, right? So what I've done with him is I've conditioned him to hear the word yes, and that word yes is going to be used as a marker word to be in the place as soon as he does something correct. I'm going to say that right before I give him the reward. So he starts to realize, okay, even if I don't have food in my hand or it doesn't look like I'm about to give him a hug right away, that if he does the right thing, he'll hear the word yes, and after that he will receive a reward. So let's show you a little bit of that. Now I'm going to ask him for his name, and when he hears his name, I want him to pay attention. He's already paying attention, but I like starting with the name. I reteach every dog their name in a positive way. So Eddie, yes. He was about to sleep, but I said his name, he looked right at me, I say yes, and I offer the food, and he comes and gets it. And this is as simple as that. Now he knows, like, hey, whenever I listen to Jeff call my name, there's a possibility that I can be rewarded. Good job, Eddie. Eddie, yes. Ooh, yes, double yes, buddy. That was a good one. There's a guy. There you go. Okay, come on. And now, just with this reward system, I have a dog that's like interested. He's like, wow, this guy can give out $20. How can I earn it? Yes, that's how you earn it, buddy. You do stuff that makes us happy. Come on, buddy. Okay, good job. Eddie, go place. This way. Yes, good boy. Good job. Okay. Okay will become his dismiss word. Like that's when he's free and the command is done and he's allowed to do whatever. Ready, buddy? Go place. That's a good place. That's go place. Yes, good boy. All right. Okay. Okay, you can stay there too, buddy. All right. So the reward system is extremely critical, and I introduce that right away to the dog. So the dogs always understand there's a path to success with Jeff, okay? Or with anybody here, actually, any trainer. And obviously I'm gonna teach you guys this, so then that way this system carries on to you guys too. Another part of proper communication is making sure that they also have a guidance system, right? Just like when he hopped off before I allowed him to come off with the release command, okay, I simply said, and this is where I'm teaching him the communication system. He doesn't know what is supposed to mean. That means something is wrong, change the behavior. But right now, through this process, I start showing him that if you make a mistake, no one's gonna be mad at you, you're not in trouble, you just have to try a different behavior. And for him to know the signal is to try a different behavior is when he hears me say, All right, we're gonna get a little bit deeper into the guidance part of things next video. I just wanted to introduce you and show you kind of like how he's doing. I covered everything I believe I wanted to cover. Please watch this a couple times and you guys ask me some questions and let me know if I can explain anything further about the game plan, about communication system, then the skills, which then adjust permanently the main behaviors, right? And then we talked about the reward system. Next video will be about the guidance system and how we use both the reward and the guidance system That's the communication system to build skills, okay? One skill is the go place, obviously. All right, guys, I'm gonna shut up. I'll let you guys watch this. I'll talk to you guys soon.